Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Unity of Wilmington's hybrid service. We're here in Wilmington and you're out there in Cyberland. Join our Unity Celebration Singers as we start the service.
Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on you. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on you. When you wake up in the morning, it's a brand new day. Just forget about your worries. You know it's time to hear you say, let the Holy Spirit shine a light on you. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on you. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on you. Let the Holy Spirit shine His ever-loving light on you. God is bigger than my problems. God is bigger than my fears. God is bigger than my worries. God is bigger than my tears. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on you. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on you. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on you. Let the Holy Spirit shine His ever-loving light on you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning again. I'm Lainey Mauger. I'm your hostess for the day, and I'd like to welcome you again. Anybody here at Unity for the first time this day? Anybody here for the second or third time? Wonderful. Oh, yay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Welcome back. And for you out there, if you're here for the first time, keep tuning in. We're back here every Sunday. I'd like to introduce the people that are going to be producing this program for you this day. Back in our sound booth is Christopher Dean. He does the pictures and the sounds and the lights. We wouldn't be doing too much of anything. You wouldn't hear anything without him. Our celebration singers introduce the program and they close it out at the end. And you're invited to join them all the time. Our musicians are Justin and Mitch. And our music director is Katie Deese. And our vocalist for the day is Rebecca Deese. You'll be hearing her shortly. Doing our daily word will be Shirley Melito. You'll see her shortly. And delivering our message will be Dr. Herbert Harris. And you'll see him again shortly. And then there's all of us up here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please join me in our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good omnipotence. And then, I am a beloved expression of God. I am here for a holy purpose. I am in the right place at the right time, right now. Shirley?
Good morning, everyone. The daily word for today, Sunday, July 30th, 2023, is wonder. Please read the affirmation with me. I view my life through eyes of wonder. I feel inspired watching a young child discovering new things, eyes wide with awe and wonder. Even the smallest experiences, feeling the tickle of a butterfly on the skin or blowing the seeds of a dandelion are a marvel and a joy. I think of this when disappointing life experiences chip away at my sense of awe and appreciation. Today I let go of disillusionment and open my heart and my eyes to once again live in wonder. As I view life anew, I renew my belief in the goodness of life and all people. I open myself to the unexpected treasures happening all around me each day. Wonder is a precious gift, one I use to appreciate the marvels unfolding before me. And the Bible verse is from the book of Acts, the 3rd chapter, the 10th verse. And just to give you a context of where this is coming from, Peter has just healed a paralyzed beggar. And the verse reads, "They were filled with wonder and amazement at what had happened to him."
Thank you. And now, Rebecca will be singing for us.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on, starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep, you say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years, I miss my home, but there's a fire burning in my bones. I still believe, oh I still believe. And all of those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain, I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on, starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on, starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I still got a lot of fight left in me. I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Wow. I tell you, Rebecca, every time I hear you, Katie, she's going to be a star. Yeah. It's just a matter of time. Wow. Good morning, everybody. We made it back from, where was I? Somewhere. I was in Greenville. We went to a UMass training with Shad Rosbiner, who is the head of Unity worldwide, and we were well represented. All of our team was there. Jose and Reverend Ellen and Ann, and I mean, we sat up front. The only problem was getting back, because I left yesterday at 5 o'clock. The plane was delayed in Greenville. And it turns out Greenville is a one-airplane town. So there's nobody to go to. And finally, I don't know what the problem was. Then they had, when we were ready to leave at 9, they had a thunderstorm and lightning. So finally we got out of there about quarter after 10. By the time we got to Charlotte, we'd missed the last plane. And so, thank goodness, the airline put me up in an interesting hotel. One of those hotels when you walk in, you start searching yourself to make sure everything is okay. But the real challenge was this. I knew that I had to be here this morning. And the only flight I could get was at 7:24 out of Charlotte, which meant I had to get up at 4:15 to get the cab at 4:45. Well, when the alarm went off, I thought about a friend of mine on a Sunday morning. And his mom said, "Boy, you got to get up and go to church." And that alarm went off, and I was exhausted. I'm like, why do I need to get up and go to church? And his mom said again, "Boy, you need to get up and go to church." He said, "Mom, I don't want to go to church. Those people are stuck up. Their noses so up in the air, it's a wonder they don't drown in a rainstorm." He said, "Mom, give me one reason why I should go to church." She said, "Son, you're the pastor." So that's how I felt this morning. Wow. So anyway, I'm just happy to be here, and thank you so much, and it's my pleasure to serve this church and to represent you all. So let us prepare for this message. Thank you. Let's just sit straight up in our seats, put our feet flat upon the floor. Close your outer eyes and open your inner eyes. Take a deep breath and hold it. Let it out slowly. Take a deep breath and hold it. Let it out slowly. And in this space of peace and relaxation, let the calmness, let the coolness of a sunrise just swallow you up. And I want you to visualize the sun coming up from the east over the horizon on the ocean. And as that sun rises, feel the rays begin to come and touch you and caress you and heal you. See this great healing light coming up from the sun as it touches your body from the top of your head and moves down through your head into your eyes and into your mouth with a healing vibration, bringing good, bringing healing, bringing health. each and every cell in your body. Just feel the warmth of healing. Feel it move down into your lungs, into your abdomen. A healing warmth that touches every cell, that touches every molecule, that touches every atom in your body and makes it vibrate in wholeness. And it is good. Let us affirm that together. It is good. Once more. It is good. And then let that healing power just move on down through your abdomen, through your hips, down to your thighs, through your knees, down into your feet. And feel that vibration of wholeness just resonating in each and every cell of your body. Just bask in that healing light for a moment coming over the horizon. Knowing that it is good. Knowing that you are whole and complete. Enjoy and inhale. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And let us affirm together, and so it is. Together, and so it is. Take a deep breath again, and so it is. Woo! Today's topic is one that I really want us to focus on. And those of you in cyberspace, no more television land, but those of you in cyberspace, I wish you were here. And I'd love for you to make a commitment that as soon as you can get here, whatever you have to do, stagecoach, okay? One of those little Uber, yeah, the little thing that you ride downtown now that looks like a, come on, yeah, whatever you got to do, you come on in here, because when you can feel this vibration of all the love and all the just joy in this room, it will transform you. This is the 5th Sunday of the 7th month. And if you notice, each week I've been giving a time frame. And the challenge about time frames is that they make you clear on where you are. So, Betty, you can't fool yourself. And if it's 5 o'clock, it's 5 o'clock. Okay? So at this 5th Sunday of the 7th month, this just says that we really have, 5 months to go? 5 months to make this year your year for success. So before we get into that, I'd like to sort of get our spiritual muscles going. I was in a traditional church the other day, and when the minister said, "Can I get an amen?" what did everybody say? Amen. All right. So, the what we call and response is a great way to co-sign an idea. So if I say, "How do you feel?" you say, "Great." How do you feel? Great. All right. You know what I feel like? How about doing rich? We had a nice talk on prosperity. Well, that was one of the great topics down there. And you know how people run to it and run from it. Okay? So how do you feel? Rich. Y'all said that kind of loud. Yeah, I think you believe on that. Like, yeah, it's my turn. Yeah, okay. Let's do one more. Loved. How do you feel? Loved. Beautiful. Just think about how to get your heart rate going. We should have like a spiritual gymnasium for people come in and do affirmations and call and response, do it for about 10 minutes and go home and feel like they had a workout. By the way, Sandra's baby brother is here. That's Sandra's baby. Just stand up for a minute. That's Sandra. He's a car expert from Philadelphia, and we call him Sheriff. Sheriff. And I said, well, why do they call him Sheriff? Because when he was a young man, he tried to arrest all the women. And I don't think he's changed that much. So thanks for being here, Sheriff. You know, the affirmations that we do also tie down our spirit and our vibration. And the one that I know that we all love is, I am beautiful through and through. Because that's something I want you to feel. I am beautiful through and through. Let's say that together. I am beautiful through and through. I want you to just close your eyes a moment and see yourself standing in front of the most fantastic mirror in your favorite outfit, looking, as they say, your goodest. Let's say it together. I am beautiful through and through. Give yourselves a hand. I love that. So this day, this end of the 7th month, our topic today is self-discipline is the bridge to freedom. And I wanted to jump on that because, you know, each one of our talks, this second part of the year, is to give you a tool to make you get where you want to go by the end of the year. So, you know, December when we're having our end of year service, you won't go, man, I should have done this, I should have done that. Shirley, by the way, you have a magnificent voice. Didn't she sound like the tapes? Give her a hand. Thank you. As she was reading the Daily Word, it was almost like the words coming off the page. Yeah, I think you need to do that some more. Yeah. I mean, I wish I had one of those voices. You know my voice. And they call sometimes, they're like, is your husband home? Nope. And if you see him, send him home. But I wish I tried to get one of those kind of voices, but you have it, so keep it up. Self-discipline is the bridge to freedom. The Greek philosopher Aristotle said something very powerful. He said, through discipline comes freedom. So the Greeks had it clear. There's a writer, Anne Lamott, a novelist out of California. She said, all freedom comes from discipline. So this discipline thing must be a very powerful tool to help us get where we want to go this year. There's a great quote and say, he who lives without discipline dies without dignity. If you don't handle your life, manage your life, control your life, then the winds of the world will take you wherever they want you to go. So to make this year, our year, your year for great success, the question is, what skills must I possess to help me over the next, now 5 months, achieve what I want to achieve this year? And one of the most profound skills is the skill of discipline. You know, there are different types of discipline. There's external discipline, and we learned that as a child. If you eat your spinach, you get a piece of candy. If you don't, you get a spanking. That's called, reward, fear and reward. You either be beaten or praised based on what somebody else tells you to do. I think that's the key about external discipline. It is discipline from somebody else, so it means it's really not coming from your soul. It's coming from their agenda. Alan is a military man, and I'm sure there were times, Alan, that when you got orders and commands, you were not that excited about it. But you had to do it because that's the way the military works. But then there's the other type of discipline, that internal discipline, that self-discipline, where you're in charge. And so when we look at where we're going to go this year, what we're going to accomplish this year, self-discipline is a power tool. I mean, Sandra just bought a saw while I was out of town. I looked in the living room, a saw. I'm like, where you planning to cut? But she wanted a power tool. I was happy to snip, the edges with the little clippers, but I guess that was not sufficient. So self-discipline is a power tool. This internal discipline really comes based on your dreams, your goals. You know the book, The Purpose-Driven Life? That whole book is about how your purpose drives you. That is your motivating factor. That's where you get your motivation. So internal discipline is what we're talking about, self-discipline. Self-discipline is a unique power tool that can take you from where you are to wherever you want to go. I love to look at a definition of self-discipline. I want to read a little piece from our book, page 123, and it says this. This is from the 12 Universal Laws of Success. To have self-discipline means that you have taken possession of your mind in such strength or degree that your emotions, your instincts, and your body are under your control. Self-discipline is control from within. Your self-discipline begins with your thoughts. We know the scripture. As a man thinketh, as a mind thinketh in its heart, so is he. So is she. If you cannot control your thoughts, you cannot control your actions or your emotions. When you have control over your thoughts, you can never be mastered by others. So when you're in the military, you go along with the program, but it's not mastery. You say, I accept your command. And they even tell you in the military, if the guy gives an order that's not correct and it's out of bounds, there's a way to handle it. But otherwise, you follow the program, but it's by consent. So this idea of self-discipline now goes to the very core of what we are. So Herbert Dorfman said, self-discipline is a form of freedom. Freedom from laziness. Freedom from lethargy. Freedom from expectations of other people. Freedom from weakness, fear, and doubt. Let's take it a little further on the personal level. Self-discipline through budgeting can give you freedom from poverty. You know, if you don't budget your money, you'll never have any. Or Russell Hempfield was one of those kind of people. You meet him in your life, and you ever meet a person and they have a story. A long story. But one of his great quotes was this. He said, when your outflow exceeds your income, your upkeep becomes your downfall. And so, if you can have self-discipline in handling your money, you can overcome poverty. Self-discipline by controlling what you eat and controlling your exercise. Agreeing to go to the gym to push away from the greatest exercise of all is to push away. If you can have that type of self-discipline, you can have good health. You can maintain your weight. So self-discipline can give you freedom from bad health, from poor health. Self-discipline, by not rushing into relationships, can give you freedom from bad relationships, freedom from abuse. You ever know people who are like serial relational persons? They'll get out of one relationship, and before the sundown, they're in another. Like, didn't you learn? Didn't you learn anything from that last one? And so when you have that self-discipline now, Steve Harvey said the 90-day rule. Don't get intimate with anybody for 90 days. It takes 90 days to really know who a person is. A person can't maintain a front for 90 days. They can sweet talk you. I see you waving your head. You go like, uh-huh. You got that right. They can't maintain for 90 days. Sooner or later, that real person is going to come out. So if you have that self-discipline, I know you want to hang out. But it's like, no, let me just take my time. And so you'll find that self-discipline and patience go together. Sometimes we are so impatient about immediate gratification that we don't see the future. And so self-discipline is a power tool. So how do you develop your self-discipline? How do you strengthen it? Because it's a learned behavior. Nobody's born with self-discipline. Look at a baby. Ever seen a baby like, I don't think I'll eat now because it's not good for me. That baby like, feed me, give me my, and will holler until you do something. So self-discipline is not it's not a born skill, but it's a learned skill that you have to learn, practice, and master. And so I call it 4 steps to help you develop and strengthen your self-discipline. Step 1, I'm going to use the old school. You know, one of my old teachers used to say, whenever you're talking to a group, you tell them what you're going to tell them, you tell them, and then you tell them what you told them. So 4 steps to develop yourself. Like that, Chris. Okay. 4 steps to develop your self-discipline. 1, know your strengths and weaknesses. 2, clarify your goals. 3, remove distractions and temptations. And 4, keep going and growing. It doesn't happen overnight. Self-discipline is like a muscle. You know, you can jump up. I know the last time I signed up for the Y, the gym, I was convinced that in 3 months I was going to have muscles. But all I did was pay the monthly fee. And they got that through the automatic deduction. I never went and did the exercises, and so it never worked. So to keep going and growing, to realize it's an evolutionary process. So let's look at each one of these. To know your strengths and weaknesses. On the Temple of Apollo in Greece, I'm amazed at the Greeks and the Egyptians. They knew so much stuff thousands of years ago that we're still trying to figure out right now. But in the Temple of Apollo, it says, know thyself. I don't think it gets much simpler than that. So when you know your strengths and weaknesses, what are you good at? What are you not good at? Be honest with yourself. Because a lot of times we set ourselves up for failure by trying to do things that we're not good at. Somebody told you to be a doctor. I got a friend that's a doctor. That's what his parents wanted him to be. But when I went to the emergency room and I saw him, I'm like, not him. Give me another doctor. I saw his grades. We were in school together, okay? Yeah, no, So when you find yourself doing something that you're not good at, maybe that's not for you. If you don't like doing it, think about this. If you don't really love what you're doing, you're never going to get good at it. If every day you got to, well, let me do this again, like a job that you don't like, the best thing you can do for a job is to love it, do your best, and then move on. So, what are you good at? What do you like doing? Look at those things. And when you all go home, listen to this on the internet, because these are some like steps that you can go over. Write down, what are you good at? What do you like doing? What motivates you? Is it fear and reward? I mean, a lot of people I want to get rich because I'm afraid of being broke. But how about, I want to get rich because I just want to be happy. They say some people seek money, wise men seek happiness. Money can't hug you. I mean, people kiss $100 bills, but they don't kiss back. So it's something else that you like. What's your sense of purpose? You know, once you understand your sense of purpose, then your strengths and weaknesses kind of line up. Once you say, this is what I want to do, now I can see the things I'm good at doing, align them, and it's done. I identify my strengths and weaknesses. Let us say that together. I identify my strengths and weaknesses. And I guess we better add, I'm honest with myself. Together. I am honest with myself. Number 2, clarify your goals. You know, and I'm a network marketer. I've been in sales all my life at some point or another, just, you know, from Amway to this way to that way to the other way. And one of the things they always ask you for is, what is your why? What is that thing that motivates you? What is that thing that rings your bell and makes you want to get up in the morning? Sandra's grandfather used to say, let your job wake you up. I don't need an alarm clock. Most of us, we better have 2. I have 2 phones, and I set each one like 15 minutes behind the other. But look at your why. What is it that it really gets you, that you really want to have? If it's a good relationship, then once you focus on that good relationship, then you work at it. How does it work for you? What are you looking for in the relationship? If it's financial security, then use that self-discipline now to follow a budget so that you can accumulate some money. Your why then leads you to your vision. You know, the scripture said, where there's no vision, what happens? The people perish. When you have no vision, you fail. So once you get your why, then the vision becomes clear and your purpose. And see, when we're talking about motivation from within, self-discipline, it's got to come from inside. It's not what somebody else tells you what you want to be, it's what you want to be. And Tyler Perry said he wanted to write plays and scripts. You know, everybody looked at him like, yeah, you're just a tall guy. But when he was committed to it and worked at it consistently, that was his passion. He was willing to pay the price. He's a billionaire. So once you clarify your goals, once you clarify your why, then you can start focusing on the goals. You see, the vision, the purpose is based on your vision, and your goals are the steps that lead you to your vision. So once you're clear on your purpose and your vision, then you can set goals that you can actually achieve. Because now the why is clear. Now I know why I need to stay up all night. Now I know why I need to get up at 4:15 this morning and be here, because that's my purpose, to be here. There was no way. Sandra said, well, what are you going to do if that doesn't happen? It's going to happen. If I have to fly here myself, I will start flapping. I know my why. Let us say that together. I know my why. I clarify my goals. I clarify my goals. Step 3, remove distractions and temptations. We hear it, keep your eye on the prize. Matthew's in the 6th chapter, the 22nd verse, it says, the light of the body is in the eye. If thine eye be single, thy whole body is full of light. So single eye means focus. And so if you're focused on a particular thing, it's like this window brings in the light. But if we take that same light and have a magnifying glass, focusing the light can create a fire. And so when you have that desire, that deep desire, and you're focused on it, and remove all distractions and temptations, nothing is impossible. To be focused means to exert such self-discipline that no one and no thing can deter or distract you from your goals and vision. So if they're not hopping with you, goodbye. You know, one of the key things you have to learn how to do is say no. A lot of times we don't want to say no. Many young people get in trouble because they don't want to say no. I avoid temptation and distractions. Together. I avoid temptation and distractions. Number 4, keep going and growing. It's an evolutionary process. It doesn't happen overnight. Practice daily diligence. Scripture says, whatsoever your hand findeth to do, do it with all your might. So as you approach each day, do everything necessary to get what you want. Don't just, well, I'll give it a try. Try never works. Action works. Start small. we can undermine. You go to that gym. I'm going to do 100 push-ups today. Ain't happening. But you say, I'm going to do 1 today, 2 tomorrow, and 3 the next day. That you can do. So don't set yourself up for failure, focusing so much on your big goals. Look at the little goals that guide you to your big goals. Monitor your progress. And that's the key point. If you don't monitor your progress on a daily basis, you have 10 things to do today, and at the end of the day, you didn't get any of them done. So what happens tomorrow? You're deeper in the hole. So monitor your progress, because that helps with your, when you have that self-discipline, you can now task yourself that this is what I got to do. That whenever things appear, you can ask yourself the time question. What is the best use of my time right now? When I consider my goals, my vision, and my purpose. Back to that why. And then finally, practice, practice, practice. Don't beat yourself up. You know, there's some days you're just not, it's just not clicking. I mean, I've started out days where I wrote out the night before what I was going to do. I said my goals 3 times during the day at 7 a.m., at 12 noon, and 9 p.m. And out of the 10 things I had to do, 12 of them didn't get done. But you know what? Live in day-tight compartments. Say, tomorrow I'll get better. I'll hang in there. I'll make some adjustments. I'll get better. So let's recap. Self-discipline is the bridge to freedom, because it gives you the power to get rid of all the stuff that's blocking your freedom, blocking your way, blocking your blessings. It's a unique tool that you can use to take you wherever you want to go. It can free you from poverty through budgeting. It can give you good health by controlling your eating and your exercise. It can help you get good relationships back, keeping you from rushing into things that are not good for you. Those 4 keys for developing your self-discipline: know your strengths and weaknesses, what you're good at, what you should avoid, clarify your goals, revisit your why, remove your distractions and temptations. The main thing is the main thing, and all distractions are equal. You know, the better the distraction, the worse it is. You know, when you have a really good excuse for not getting it done, that can take you out. And then finally, that keep going and growing. Start small, work steady. Let's say that together. Start small, work steady. Woo! Let's stand up and close out today. Was this helpful? Yes. Are you ready to go out and take these last 5 months by the horn and like, yes, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming again. All right, I'll say it and then you repeat after me. I know my strengths and weaknesses.
I know my strengths and weaknesses.
I clarify my goals.
I clarify my goals.
I remove distractions and temptations.
I remove distractions and temptations.
I keep going and growing.
I keep going and growing.
Say that again. I keep going and growing. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Woo! I love it. Y'all are a great audience. I just love working with this. That's why I had to get up this morning. There was no way. I tell you, if I had to walk from Charleston, where was I? Charlotte, wherever I was. I would have walked if necessary. Move this out of the way. All right, it's time to do our offering. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive, and so it is. And be sure to give generously, all of you, in the church and online. Because what you do helps us
Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. I'm so
grateful. I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much, Gail. Gail was sharing that they had a beautiful service here yesterday, and it was just amazing. So I know you made it happen. Thank you so much. We give thanks for this offering, given in love, given with the desire to help uplift this ministry, to help us touch more people, to help us bring more people to a higher understanding of who they are and who they can be. We give thanks for each and every one of you in giving your offering with a special purpose, and may it multiply and grow to do God's work in its most perfect way. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. We've come to the end of another service, amazing as that may seem. I'm sorry. You have to run up in front of me first. I'll sit down and you come up here.
Trying hard to fight these tears, I'm crazy worry, messing with my head this fear, I'm so sorry. You know you gotta get it up, I can't take it, that's what being friends about. I wanna cry, but can't deny. Tonight I wanna up and hide and get inside. It isn't right. I gotta live in my life. I know I gotta do it. I know I gotta do it. Gotta turn the world into your dance floor. Determinate, push until you can and then demand more. Determinate, you and me. Together we can make it better. Gotta turn the world into your dance floor. Determinate, hey, to feel this way or waste a day. I gotta get myself on stage. I shouldn't wait or be afraid. The chips will fall where they may. I know I gotta do it. I know I gotta do it. Gotta turn the world into your dance floor. Determinate, push until you can and then demand more. Determinate, you and me. Together we can make it better. Gotta turn the world into your dance floor. Determinate, gotta dance floor, on the dance floor, dance floor, to terminate.
Yay, Rebecca. That would have been a mistake. Wow. Thank you for all reminding me. We enjoyed that very, very much. So now we have officially come to the end of the service, almost. I think it's time. So the announcements for the day are, our prayer partner is Shirley Melito, who you met earlier. She will be over in our prayer corner to share your prayers and help you say them. And also there are slips there if you wish to have topics prayed over. We will pray for them for 30 days and then send them on to Silent Unity, where they will be prayed for another 30 days. So please don't hesitate to celebrate, ask for encouragement, a pat on the back, strength, whatever you need, because we got it all. Secondly, the ladies' lunch, which we do monthly, will be happening on Tuesday, October the 1st, which is essentially next August. I am totally disoriented. August, the next month, whatever that is, 8/1, which is Tuesday. We'll be going to the Blue Water Grill, which is over on the Wrightfield Beach Island there. There's a sign-up sheet in the hall, Fellowship Hall. Please sign up so we know how many people are coming. We are having a fall gala on November the 4th, I believe. Thank you, I got that date right. But next Sunday, October the 6th, the committee that is arranging all that will be meeting to begin to finalize their plans and put them into motion. So if you are interested in participating in that committee or are already a member, after service next Sunday, we will be there. In the back of the sanctuary, you notice on the credenza, there's a blue box for suggestions and appreciations. We did this before, and we're reinstituting it. We want your comments. Tell us how we're doing or how we're not doing or what we can do better or not. Anyway, there are some guidelines for how to participate. There are some slips of paper. The one word that I will tell you, state what you like, be polite, but sign it. Those suggestions and comments or what have you will be reviewed by the board at their monthly meeting, and they will be responded to only if you have signed a name. We will not be publishing that. You won't be brandished all over the place. However, we'd like to celebrate you if you've come up with a good idea or say, excuse me, that's on the back burner for now. If it's not, or we have already been doing that, pay attention. So please, if it's not signed, it goes in the trash. One other thing we've been talking about over the past several months, and actually leading from Dr. Harris's talk today, is our continuing paradigm shift to prosperity and abundance. And having said that, I'd like to invite Sharon Hertner up to say a few words.
Thank you so much. Oh, I get in the light. Okay, I'm in the light. Okay, I have been thinking a lot about this community, and I want to see it thriving, and I want to see us prospering. And so I've come up with an idea that I want to share with you. And last week, Ellen talked about our beliefs and how we have to unchain some of them. And so if we're primarily thinking of lack and limitation, we want to move that to abundance and prosperity. I learned several years ago when I first joined Unity, there's an idea about expecting unexpected income. The first time that happened for me, the person that did my taxes made an error and I got a $500 refund. When I moved here to North Carolina, I had rental property that I owned, and I opened a bank account with my checking and savings, and then I said, you know what? I need an account for unexpected income. So I opened a bank account for unexpected income. And at the end, I moved here in July. By December, I had $5,000 in that account. I was also your board president when we paid off the mortgage on this building, so I have a good track record. Okay, so I am starting a fund of unexpected income, and I want you to join with me in that. I want you to attract unexpected income to you because, as Reverend Harris, said to us today, we only have 5 months left to accomplish this, and we've got to raise tons of money to bring in our new minister. So I see that already happening. I have faith we can make that change. Will you join me in that? Can I hear that louder? And today, when the service is entirely over, look under your chairs. You might just find something.
Everybody can duck right now and check it out. Seriously, our consciousness is for prosperity and abundance. That is who we are. That is what we are. So let's claim it. Just expect it. It will be there. And then it is yours to share and use as you will. So having said that, and as we are officially now closing our service, I invite you to stand and join me in our closing prayer and then join the celebration singers. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be our moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
May each and every one of us capture the power and the vibrations that we felt today and go out and share those vibrations with the world. And come back next Sunday and bring someone with you to share this moment and to share this experience. I'll be at the door in the back because I want to touch hands and shake hands with each and every one of you because I have felt your spirit today. And now we go forth with wisdom, with love, with power surrounding us in every regard to make smooth, beautiful, and perfect our way. And together we say, and so it is.